What is going on? I am John Hansen. Welcome to another edition of Hansen's Hints here at fantasypoints.com. I'm the guy supplying the hints, thus the name of the podcast. Well, I have been supplying plenty of hints here as my draft plan is dropping on the website fantasypoints.com. Part of the plan has always been me trying to use ADP to draft realistic teams, using the plan basically. And the plan is usually applicable and it works for all 12 draft slots, but I thought this year I would help people out in all 12 specific spots because I know how it is. Somebody doesn't maybe pay attention that much and they got the 11th pick and they're like, I don't know what to do. Do I go running back? Do I go wide receiver, running back? Do I go wide receiver? I have done the legwork here as I've worked through this with the fantasy points generator. So let's draft a team here in this video from the 11 hole. And we are getting a little bit more interested in running backs as we get down the board there later in round number 1, because we're liking some guys like Saquon Barkley in round number 2. But as we also get closer to the final pick of round 1 in a 12-team league, we are getting access to 2 elite receivers with our first 2 picks. And that does look to me like a great route. So let's see what we see here at 11. We'll go to the video of me on the Fantasy Points Generator software. If you're listening to this in a podcast form, I'll try to make this as painless as possible and not reference the video all that much. So without any further ado, let's take a look at me drafting a team from 11. Okay, we are ready to rock and roll here from the 11 hole using the Fantasy Points Generator software. We will do 15 rounds of this 12-teamer from 11. Snake draft, of course. Only 1 QB, 2 RBs, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, no kicker, no defense, 2 flexes, PPR scoring system, and we are off. We'll mock to our first pick at 11. We are very, very close to being in the double pick zone, and we did bump up Amon-Ra St. Brown over CD Lamb on Sunday, August 6th, same day I'm doing this, actually. But look at the ADP there for Amon-Ra. It's, we've taken Lamb before for like teams 8 or 9, but we're here now doing 11, a couple days after, by the way, that I recorded the previous teams. But Amon-Ra available to us with the software recommended pick. However, again, his ADP is 13.9. We're picking at 11. So per the ADP, we can pass on Amon-Ra and get him in round number 2, which helps me make the decision to actually start with an RB. And Nicholas Chubb was there, and we're certainly feeling it. I've been feeling good all year about it, talking to Brown insiders like my guy Nate Zagura. Shout out to Nate Zagura, who did our podcast. Let's take a look here. Of course, the pick in round 2 is, in fact, Amon-Ra. So there's the start. We open balanced. We're probably looking at another balanced draft here, drafting toward the end of round number 1. It's just the way that it's kind of been flowing. But for this pick, I did go a little ballsy. I didn't listen to the software, which recommended Hawkinson. Again, it's very early for Hawkinson. We're going to make a tweak to make sure that it doesn't recommend picks too early. This is 16 picks before it. I mean, we are kind of on the hook, though. So, that's definitely part of the equation, because we're not going to get a crack at Hawkinson after these 2 picks, that's for sure. So we're looking to go BPA, best. I got to cheat now because I completely forgot what I actually did here. I've been doing so many of these. That's it. Okay. So I did look at Jerry Jeudy. Sorry for those listening on the podcast. Spaced out there a little in the video. So we're drafting from the 11 hole, and we open with Chubb because we thought, we knew based on ADP, and that's what we're working against here, certainly going up against the software, that we can get Amon-Ra in round 2. So we opt for Chubb, who may not have been there for us in round 2, basically. So now we're looking, again, like I said, balance. Now, Jerry Jeudy is someone I'm very high on. This is only 3 spots from his ADP. But because of that, guess what? We can get Jerry Jeudy in the next round. That's the beauty of the advanced analytics here. Actually, we can do both. So Breece Hall is the pick. Yeah, right, exactly. We got to get Breece Hall now or else we won't get him. We'll have to settle on Najee. So I cannot quit Breece Hall. I know I can get Jeudy in the 4th. So I'm going to do Breece Hall. Now, I know Dalvin Cook, that's lingering, but, I'm not going to worry about a running back who might be cooked. He might be cooked when it comes to Breece Hall, taking him at 37 overall. That's a pretty good value right there. So that we will go get Jerry Jeudy next up, so that we open up balance here from 11. Chubb, Amon-Ra, Hall, Jeudy. Speaking of Hall, Michael Carter is still probably, it's almost a daily battle at this point between him and Zonovan Knight. But as of today, actually today, per Rich Samini on Twitter, Carter had a good day working, I guess, with the ones. So he's, and our guy Adam Kaplan says it's Carter. So I can get Carter very late. Like, I probably won't do it here for this exercise, but just keep that in mind if you get Breece Hall, a short-term potential fill-in for like September, maybe first 2-3 weeks, something like that. Okay, so we're going to mock to our next pick here and see what we see here. So again, this is very, very typical if you're drafting at the end of round number 1, the way the board is set up, the way there's only so many good players to be had, basically. It's like we have to get our quarterback and tight end most likely within this range. So if we look at the advanced analytics, we could wait a pick and still get Lawrence. Okay, we can kind of wait a pick and still get everybody except Hollywood Brown. So we're going to go right to Hollywood Brown. I found myself becoming a little bit of a Hollywood Brown fan, and if you see it on the video, he is the first queued up player here. So we're not going out of turn here. His ADP is 59. I got him at 60. He's best a wide receiver 3. That's what we draft him at. Hopefully the quarterback play is decent, but he has got a large target share there, market share, if you will. So now we're set at receiver. We don't have the strongest trio, but we also took 2 running backs with our first 3 picks. And we've got a lot of potential firepower with Nick Chubb and Breece Hall. I feel like Chubb's going to open up hot, and he might carry me even if Hall's not so great. But let's move on to the next round. This is the pocket really where I'm talking about where, all right, I got to get Lawrence here because I'm going to miss out on him and Watson. So I'm kind of forced. Now I could wait a pick on Rashad still as my RB3. That'd be nice. Or Pitts. So I got to get Lawrence or Pitts, basically. Wait a second. What did I do here in this draft? Let me see what I actually did. My bad. But Hollywood Brown. Yeah, I know I got Pitts. Okay, so I did get Pitts. Can't pass on Pitts here. It's 62. So we open Chubb, Amon-Ra, Breece Hall, Jerry Jeudy, Hollywood Brown. We're going to take Pitts. Quarterback, if you're going to get pinched, that's probably the best position here. I think through the randomness of the software, what happened, and I hope it happens again, is we got lucky with Deshaun Watson, and we did again. Okay, so there it is. His ADP is 83. We're at pick 83. 83.9 technically. So Javonte Williams is very tempting, but we know we're not going to get Rashad here either, by the way. We can't have it all. But we know we can still get James Cook. So we're going to get Watson here in round 7. Great ROI. Great start here. Very balanced. A couple of real good backs in Chubb and Hall. Maybe the receiving core isn't amaze balls, but Amon Ra and Judy, if he hits, will be nice. Hollywood, little Kyle Pitts action in round 6. Very efficient, very optimal, if you ask me. And we move on because the talent will be falling off soon. Of course, we go James Cook as our RB3. Very sexy. Now it's boring. I mean, now we're at pick. This is really the spot where it just gets just a little boring. So Mr. Boring, I'm sure, will be up next for our RB4. That would be Brian Robinson, ADP of 110. This is 107. We'll take him here. Add him as our RB4. So now we're protected there, running back. We're in decent shape. We're not going to take a quarterback here or backup. Watson's been pretty darn durable. Looks like it's also time to get a little boring at receiver. Actually, no. That's right. In this case, I was feeling very good. So looking at Amon Ra, Jerry Jeudy, and Hollywood, I did think, and I'm going to get taxed on points here. See, this is sometimes, no risk and no biscuit here, but, I could just take Jacoby Myers here, which is what the software recommends, because I'm projecting him to score over 20 more points than Williams. Of course, Williams is suspended. But Myers is also boring and doesn't have a good quarterback situation. So I did this just because, to get him in there one. I know, the vibes aren't good, but we're also talking, 100+ picks into a draft. So I brought him on as technically he's my 4 right now, but we'll improve that situation. Chiggy would be probably a little too early for Chiggy. No, we do take Chiggy here. That's right. Okay, we are 131 picks in, and his ADP is 138. If we pass, well, we would have got him with our next pick, but it's a moot point. We'll next go. So we've got 4 running backs, 4 wide receivers, our 2 tight ends. We are light at receiver because Jamison Williams is suspended. So we're going to hit that fairly hard here and get another boring pick. Hope this one works out. Software liked it. Adam Thielen as our 5. So that kind of offsets the volatility of a Jamison Williams. We are in round 13. I think I took Shaheed. I got him later. So I actually can get my QB2 here. Oh, that's right. Pickett was gone somehow. So we will get Mr. Wait a second. Is he gone? Let's take a look here. The available players are boring. Irv Smith, Donovan Peoples-Jones, DJ Chark, and no. I do see the Brockness. Oh, there's Pickett. I think I did take Purdy, so I'll do it here just because, just to basically not take Kenny Pickett every single time. And now we will get the aforementioned Rashid Shaheed as another upside wide receiver. And last but not least, I believe this is how we ended it with Gus Edwards, which was it's a good stash and hope guy. It could be a great one. Could take Paris Campbell here and get another 20 points to my total because we're going to be adding that up. So I'm giving up points here for for upside, basically, with a Gus Edwards. So I'll take him there. I may get taxed a little bit. We are done here. 15 rounds. We'll do it by position. Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb, Breece Hall, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jerry Jeudy, Hollywood Brown, Kyle Pitts. 2 flexes are James Cook and Brian Robinson. On the bench, we've got Jamison Williams, Adam Thielen, boring, Rashid Shaheed, exciting. Backup tight end is Chiggy Okonkwo. Backup QB, to be different, is Brock Purdy. And yeah, I guess we're a little light at running back. I've got 4 running backs though in my lineup. So let's take a look at what the software, how we stacked up here. Not bad. See, the starter rank was number 1 when we opened with Chubb, Amon-Ra, Hall, Jeudy, Brown, Pitts, Watson. It's all about getting that value at quarterback. And then Cooks and Robinson, I guess that's what the starter points would be. So we came out first there. Second in total points because, we took a hit there with with Gus Edwards for sure. That could have been the difference right there. We could have had the most total points. But another successful implementation of the draft plan for yours truly here in 2023. This one from the 11 hole. Thanks for listening. Hopefully it wasn't too annoying following along with the video, but there's the draft. Chubb, Amon-Ra, Hall, Judy, Hollywood Brown, Pitts, Watson, Cook, James Cook, Brian Robinson, Jameson Williams, Chiggy Okonkwo, Adam Thielen, Brock Purdy, Rashid Shaheed, and Gus Edwards. Thanks for listening. Throw us a bone, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you next time.